Dear seekers of serenity, in the tumultuous sea of existence, where waves of chaos crash upon the shores of our souls, there lies a sanctuary waiting to be discovered, a sanctuary of inner peace. Amidst the cacophony of life's demands and the relentless pursuit of worldly success, the quest for inner tranquility becomes paramount. It is a journey that beckons us to embark upon the path of self-discovery, to delve deep into the recesses of our being, and to unearth the hidden treasures of peace that lie within. As a monk traversing the rugged terrain of spiritual enlightenment, I stand before you not as a sage with all the answers, but as a fellow traveler on the path, a humble guide offering insights gleaned from the depths of introspection and contemplation. Together, let us embark upon this sacred pilgrimage, a journey that transcends the confines of time and space, leading us to the eternal sanctuary of inner peace. The world around us teems with noise and distractions, pulling us in myriad directions and clouding our minds with confusion. We find ourselves entangled in the web of material desires, constantly chasing after ephemeral pleasures in a futile attempt to satiate the insatiable hunger of the ego. Yet, amidst this chaos, there exists a stillness, a silent reservoir of peace that remains untouched by the tumultuous currents of life. To find this inner peace, we must first turn our gaze inward, cultivating a spirit of mindfulness and self-awareness. In the sanctuary of our own hearts, we discover the sacred space where the soul finds solace, a space untainted by the transient fluctuations of the external world. Through the practice of meditation and contemplation, we learn to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind, allowing the gentle whispers of the soul to guide us towards inner serenity. But the path to inner peace is not without its challenges. It requires courage to confront the shadows that lurk within, the fears, insecurities, and attachments that bind us to suffering. Yet, it is through facing these inner demons that we emerge stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with our true essence. Like a lotus rising from the murky depths of the pond, we too blossom in the face of adversity, embracing the light of awareness and letting go of that which no longer serves us. In our quest for inner peace, we must also cultivate compassion for ourselves and for others. Just as we seek solace in the depths of our own being, so too do others yearn for the embrace of peace. Through acts of kindness and empathy, we become vessels of love, spreading waves of healing and harmony wherever we go. For in the interconnected web of existence, the peace we cultivate within ourselves has the power to ripple outward, touching the hearts of all beings. As we continue our journey towards inner peace, let us remember that it is not a destination to be reached, but a sacred unfolding, a perpetual dance of awakening and transformation. Each moment presents an opportunity to surrender to the flow of life, to embrace the beauty of impermanence, and to bask in the timeless radiance of our own divinity. As we traverse the landscapes of our inner world, we encounter the myriad hues of human experience, the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and tribulations, the laughter and tears that weave the tapestry of our lives. And yet, amidst the ebb and flow of emotions, there exists a profound stillness, a silent witness that abides in the depths of our being, untouched by the transient dramas of the human drama. To access this inner sanctuary, we must cultivate the art of presence, the art of being fully alive in each moment, attuned to the subtle rhythms of life as they unfold with grace and elegance. Through the practice of mindfulness, we learn to anchor ourselves in the here and now, releasing the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future, and embracing the eternal now with open arms. But presence is not merely a passive state of being, it is an active engagement with life, a dynamic interplay of surrender and empowerment. In the stillness of the present moment, we discover the power of choice, the power to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and grace, rather than react from a place of fear or resistance. With each breath, we reaffirm our commitment to living authentically, aligning our actions with the highest truth of our being. Yet, even as we cultivate presence and mindfulness, we must also acknowledge the impermanent nature of existence, the ever-changing tapestry of life that unfolds in its own mysterious ways. In the face of uncertainty and change, we find solace in the wisdom of impermanence, recognizing that all things arise and pass away in the eternal dance of creation and dissolution. It is this recognition that frees us from the grip of attachment, allowing us to flow with the currents of life with effortless grace and ease. In our quest for inner peace, we are also called to cultivate gratitude, a sacred practice that opens the door to boundless joy and abundance. By acknowledging the blessings that grace our lives each day, the beauty of nature, the kindness of strangers, the love of family and friends, we awaken to the inherent richness of existence, and we find ourselves overflowing with gratitude for the precious gift of life itself. As we journey onwards towards the radiant shores of inner peace, let us remember that the path is not one of striving or effort, but of surrender and trust. A surrender to the wisdom of the heart, and a trust in the divine orchestration of the universe. In the words of the mystic Rumi, the quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. May we then quiet the restless mind and listen deeply to the whispers of the soul as they guide us towards the eternal sanctuary of inner peace. A sanctuary that resides not in some distant realm, but in the sacred depths of our own being. As we continue our sacred pilgrimage towards inner peace, we are called to expand our vision beyond the confines of our own hearts and embrace the interconnected web of existence that unites us all. In this final part of our discourse, let us explore the transformative power of compassion and service and how we can nurture the seeds of peace in the world around us. In the heart of every being lies the innate longing for peace, a longing that transcends boundaries of race, religion, and nationality. Yet in a world plagued by conflict and division, this longing often remains unfulfilled, drowned out by the cacophony of violence and discord. And yet, amidst the darkness, there shines a beacon of hope, a beacon that reminds us of our shared humanity and our capacity for love and compassion. To nurture the seeds of peace in the world, we must first cultivate compassion for ourselves and for others. Compassion is the key that unlocks the door to unity, bridging the perceived divides that separate us and revealing the underlying unity of all life. Through acts of kindness and empathy, we become instruments of healing, spreading waves of love and compassion wherever we go. But compassion alone is not enough. We must also take inspired action to create positive change in the world. Whether through volunteering, advocacy, or simply lending a helping hand to those in need, each of us has the power to make a difference in the lives of others. By aligning our actions with the principles of peace and justice, we become agents of transformation, sowing seeds of hope and empowerment in the fertile soil of humanity. In our pursuit of peace, we must also confront the root causes of conflict and injustice, addressing the systemic inequalities and injustices that perpetuate suffering and division. By standing in solidarity with the marginalized and oppressed, we bear witness to their struggles and amplify their voices, working towards a world where all beings are treated with dignity, respect, and compassion. But perhaps the greatest gift we can offer the world is the gift of presence, the gift of being fully present with others in their time of need, offering our love and support without judgment or expectation. In the sacred space of presence, miracles unfold, hearts open, and healing begins. It is through the simple act of presence that we become channels of divine grace, radiating the light of love and compassion to all beings. As we conclude our journey towards inner peace, let us remember that the quest for peace is not a solitary endeavor, but a collective awakening, a collective remembering of our shared humanity and our interconnectedness with all life. Together, let us sow the seeds of peace in the fertile soil of the world, nurturing a garden of harmony and unity that blossoms with the fragrance of love and compassion. In closing, I leave you with these words of wisdom from the ancient sage Lao Tzu. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. May we find the courage to embark upon the path of self-mastery, and may we discover, amidst the chaos of the world, the eternal sanctuary of inner peace that resides within each and every one of us.